Hey guys, how's it going? Jay from Will's VG Addiction here with another repair video. So, I've got this Sega Genesis Model 1, and knowing me, I'm recording this shit all out of order. So, let me give you some backstory. So, I bought roughly 20 or 30 Sega Genesis consoles, Model 2, Model 3, about 6, maybe 8 months ago. I don't remember. Kind of getting to them as I can. So I've got this one here. I just randomly pulled it out of the box just because, whatever, I needed something to do. I wanted to see if it was working. So took it apart. Got the shell soaking right now because it's absolutely disgusting. There was some spider webs, a little spider nest in there. Dead spiders, thankfully, but absolutely disgusting. Got the shell soaking. I'm working on this right now. Cleaned up the cart slot there. Tons of fuzz and dirt and junk and all kinds of crap in there. So still not working. We'll pop our game in. I'm gonna show you exactly what happens. Give it some power. Gonna plug the audio jack in. Ignore the mess on the desk because it's always messy. I mean, it's just, yeah, it's just what it is. I've already reflowed the cartridge connectors and the AV cable. I mean, not necessary in this case, but just do it anyway. So we're gonna hook this up. Make sure it's not touching anything else, right? We're gonna power this bad boy on, like so, and then we're gonna come around here and see a nice black screen. Cool, right? Now we're gonna switch off to the microscope so I can show you what I found. So before I switch the angle there, I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna be looking at this chip right here. That is our, what looks to be our culprit. So let's get some zoom in action here and take a look at these pins right here. We've got some issues, right? We got a little bit of corrosion there, which is fine and which is honestly expected with anything that had bugs in it. Now, obviously, the areas of concern are anything that has this little bit of black crustiness there underneath the solder mask. So this one right here goes here. Cool. That goes there. That's there. That's fine. And personally, to be honest with you, anytime I see that, I just make repairs or a stronger connection regardless, because even if it's going to give me some continuity, which this one right here obviously does not. They go straight down there. That's not connected. This one right here, this should give me some continuity, but nope, it doesn't. All right. This one does. So anytime I see that, I scrape all that crud away and I make a strong connection regardless, because even if it does give you a continuity reading, a lot of times that can still be the problem. The signal just isn't strong enough. That's my experience. I could be just talking trash and talking out of my ass. I don't know. That's for you to decide. So what we're going to do now, we're going to take our patented grinding pen, which I stole from somebody else. I stole from somebody else anyway. We're going to clean these connections up, and we're going to run some wires there. So I got this at a setting of 1 to 3. We're just going to scrape a little of that shiznit off of there. Do the kids still say shiznit? I don't know. I'm retarded. Don't mind me. What happens when you spend too much time alone? You start saying random stupid shit. So this is the one that should have been fine, and this is the one that should be broken. And you can see, let's try to zoom in more and get a really good view of that. Turn this off for a second. So all this nasty brown crud right here, that's rust. So that's all underneath the solder mask somehow. Get all that shit off of there. And I think I see the break right there. Certainly be helpful if I just clean some of this crud off as I was going, but that's all right. I'll do it later. I'm going to go ahead and reflow all the pins on this chip as well, just to make sure we're good. I mean, I'm sure it's fine, but what makes that easier is getting all this corrosion and shit off of there. This is why I'm kind of scraping a little bit of that stuff off now. Even if it doesn't need it, I'm gonna do a little scrape so that the solder is more likely to stick the first time without any issues there. All right, so let's go ahead and clean some of this up. What I'm going to do actually is I'm going to use my vacuum. So excuse me there. Not something I normally do, but there's a lot of debris there and I don't want to deal with it. So now we'll get our Q-tip and our alcohol and just go along these lines here. And just as I suspected, there's some breaks. Two, in fact. Again, just like we suspected in the beginning. This one right here, and then this one right here. So that'll give you a clear picture of what's going on. Oh man, that's pretty nasty. I think I made more of a mess than I needed to there, but that's all right. I'll run a wire there, and you know what? I'm going to run a wire here as well because that one doesn't look so hot either. Now with the alcohol, you can see a lot more of that rust, that brown rust. So yeah, that one's kind of hanging on by a thread. We'll run a wire there. Let me come up a little bit more on this one too, because you see that that's not the strongest area to solder to. This tip is really not the best for this either. This one's a little thicker than I'm used to, but all my other ones are broken. I got a terrible habit of dropping this thing, and they just bend the shit out of those tips. So let's take a look around the rest of the chip real quick and just make sure that there's no other issues. That should, I think, be fairly clear for you guys right about, come on, right about there, I guess, roughly. All right, go around the board, no other issues. So very common, and I suggest, highly suggest and recommend if you're working on the Genesis 1, Genesis 2, whatever, and you turn on your console there and you get that black screen, 9 times out of 10, with the way the console is shaped, they drop liquid on the console somewhere. It gets all up in this area right here, and this is where you're gonna have your problems all around here. So underneath the cartridge slot, a lot of times will be a problem, and around that chip generally will be a problem. So let's come in here, turn on our fume extractor, so excuse the noise. I'm going to add a little bit of flux really to this whole area. And what I could do is just heat this area up as well first. Let's go about 215 degrees. Just kind of give myself a better shot of having this go down quicker. The flux will melt right away, and I can go ahead and get right to work on tinning everything up. So it makes my life significantly easier. Pull out just a little bit there. Make sure it's clear for you all as well. And I got to keep saying that to myself because I usually don't. If I can't see anything clearly, it usually means that your view is going to be clear, just the way the microscope is set up. It sucks. It's very rare that I can get a clear view and you guys get a clear view as well. So this looks good enough We're gonna go ahead and, really I should just run the jumper right to that hole, the via there, but I'm not gonna bother, that's fine. I'll clean all this up later. It's very easy to clean. Not too concerned about bridges at this point, just getting the solder on there. I'm gonna add a whole bunch more flux now. Yeah, wow, look at that. Look at it flow, baby. I've been watching a lot of the conservative twins, the Hodge twins these days, and the new catchphrase I'm picking up, that yeah. Something's seriously wrong with me. All right, moving along. Stop being an idiot. Just giving it a light scrape. Make sure all that crud is off the board and off my pins. And from here, I can start cleaning my tip as I solder to make sure I don't continue to have bridges. Of course, I'll check everything at the end. We come in with our patented wire. A little scrape on the wire. Let's see, where's my X-Acto knife? So I'm turning the orientation of the board to make my life easier, and that may not be great because that cart slot is in the way, but what I want to do is I want to anchor my wire to the pin first and then run it along that track. Hopefully I have got enough clearance to do that. So I'm going to start from the top. All right. So from here to here, we're good. From here to here, we're good. From here to here, we should be good. So I feel confident in testing now, and I will do that. And then I'm going to stop the video, get something to eat, finish this off, and probably forget about this for months on end. As I tend to do. I have so many videos that I've done where I have not edited anything. They're just sitting on a hard drive somewhere. All right, let's change cameras. I'll tell you, I'm glad I am not a quote-unquote content creator. This is, obviously not very professional here. None of this is very professional, but thankfully, there are other things that I'm good at. This is certainly not my cup of tea, and I'm glad I don't depend on this to make a living, because I'm terrible at this shit. Anyway, let's put our TV on the AV setting. Pop this here, Street Fighter 2 in. Greatest game of all time, by the way. Oh, and somehow it's already on. All right. As I move through a bunch of wires and shit. Turn this on, and hopefully we're good. Yeah. Did I speak too soon? Nah, there we go. Cool. That's exciting stuff. So obviously further testing is required, but at this point, I'm just going to continue to break this down. I'm going to remove the heat shield, do a little basic scrubbing, throw this in the ultrasonic cleaner, let it dry out for a few hours, heat it up a little bit, and try it out again, do a full test. But that's it. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. If you're looking forward to these videos, I'm very sorry, because like I said, I'm just this is just not my my priority these days. I've been a little ill, under the weather, and work is kicking my ass. Try to crank them out as much as I can, but you know, it is what it is. I will see you guys on the flip side. Peace.